Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over a recap of the makeup products that I used in the month of May, and I have some comments on some. I have some that I didn't end up using, so we're going to talk about all that. I did film a video where I talked about my Project Everything. Actually don't. I think I've posted that by now. Pretty sure I have, but essentially every month I have a set group of products that I plan on using for the month, and I'm going to be tracking whether or not I do use them. So if you want all of the details on how it's going to work, you can check out the first video, but I'm not going to be talking about every single product that I used in May because it's this entire box is full. There's just too much. I went over all of the products that I was going to be using in the month of May in a separate video. So if you want to see everything, you can go check out that video. But this is just going to be a recap on my thoughts on a few of the items and the things I didn't use up. Anyway, I think I explained that enough times. So I'm going to talk about the items I did use that I have thoughts on. First off, this is the Glamlite Rick and Morty setting spray. The nozzle on this is kind of crappy. Like, it does spray, but it's... Oh, that was like much nicer than it's been before. Oh no, it's still very... That is very aggressive. So, yeah. It looks nice when you spray it. Like, it looks nice and misty, but like on my face, it's aggressive. And even when I like kind of hold it far away, it's just still too aggressive. So I poured it in another container and I was spraying it out of there when I was using this, and that worked out just fine. The actual like setting spray itself is fine. I mean, when I wear my makeup, I don't usually like go out, and I don't really have any way of testing whether or not it like survives a day out of the house of wear. So my thoughts on setting spray are probably not super helpful because when I wear makeup, most of the time I'm at home. So I don't know. My makeup didn't look bad at the end of the day when I was wearing this though, so that's good. This setting spray, the e.l.f. Stale Night Microfine Setting Mist, this I really liked. The sprayer was working fine. The mist was nice on it. It's broken now. Like, nothing happened to it. It was just sitting on my vanity. But like, no matter which, it's broken. So that is really irritating. So I'm gonna have to also dump this into another container in order to use it in the future. So I'm really annoyed about that. Luckily I do have an empty setting spray container that the mister on it is really nice, so I keep it for that exact reason. So luckily I have one. It's just annoying to have to need it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, next is this EOS stick balm. I don't even know what this is called. I don't know what scent this is supposed to be. It feels nice when I'm wearing it, but I feel like once it's gone, it almost leaves my lips more chapped than when I put it on. Like, I have it on right now and it feels nice, but once it dries, I feel like my lips are worse off, or at least not better off. You know what I mean? So like, I have to constantly have this on in order for it to be beneficial, because it has to like, I don't know if that makes any sense. I think it does, but who knows? This W7 24 karat primer, it's like, says it's a primer serum. It's really not. It's like a gel oil. It's really not. I'm finding that a lot of like really cheap serums. They claim to be serums, but they're like actually oily. And I don't like my serums. Maybe that's a category. I don't know. But I don't like my serums to be oily. And this is basically like a gel oil. It doesn't stay oily. Like, it does kind of dry down, but it definitely doesn't feel like a really hydrating serum. But it was fine. Like, I don't hate it. It didn't like impact my makeup at all in like a negative way. So I'm fine with continuing to use it. Actually, is that how much I used? Or was it like a little empty before? I hadn't used it before, so maybe I used that much. Well, okay. Fine with me. The QMS Active Glow Tinted Day Cream. I did only use this once this month, but I feel like this is a lot darker than I remember it being. I don't know if it's darker than I remember or if I'm paler than I was when I used it, which is strange. I don't know how that would be possible because I live in a warmer state now than I did the last time I wore this. So I don't know. I did find that it was, even though it's sheer coverage, it still was too dark for me. But not so much that I couldn't wear it. Like, I made it work. It just was definitely darker than I remember. But I do really like this formula. For foundations, I prefer a sheer to light coverage. Usually by the time I put on the rest of my makeup, that's more than enough coverage for me. By the time I set it and I put blush, bronzer, and all of that, like, I don't need more than that. So I do really like this. I don't know why. I felt the need to say it was darker than I remember it being. So I don't know if it's like oxidized over time in the bottle. Is that a thing? Does that happen? Maybe. This one is actually an empty. I'm calling this an empty. This is Wet n Wild's Tinted Hydrator. When I first tried this, the first couple times, I'm sorry, I keep like scratching my head with the bottle, so I have a little itch here. I keep going like this. The first time I tried this, the first few times I tried this actually, I don't think I liked it. But the more I used it, the more I liked it. I don't really know what's up with that. But I actually ended up really liking this. Not enough to go buy it again, because it wasn't anything like outrageously amazing, but it was good. Like, I enjoyed using it. I could probably get at least another use out of this if I like really squeezed. I just don't feel like doing that because I don't love it like that much. And I'm not going to cut it open and like scrape if I were to cut it open, I'd honestly probably get another like 3 or 4 uses out of this. I'm just not that dedicated. I'm just not. I'm going to call it an empty because right now, like, even when I squeeze it all the way up, like, I can't like get it out. I'm having to like tap and like squirt. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to call it done. The completionist in me is saying like, no, cut it open. But I just don't want to. That's like it's going to be a huge mess and it's just not worth it. So that is done. I have an empty for this month, which is amazing. Technically I didn't finish this in the month of May though. It is already a week and a half into June, so I am starting June late. Which is frustrating, but that's what's happening. Okay. Next is this Wet n Wild lip and cheek color. It's from the Alice in Wonderland collection. It is called That Way, and I actually really like this. I liked this a lot more than I thought I was going to, and it layers over powder perfectly. Like, it didn't disrupt my makeup underneath. I tried it without powder and with powder, and it did well both ways. So I really like this. I would never use this as a lip color, probably. Not that because I don't like the color, it's just because I have so many lip products, and you will see in a second that was kind of the crux of this project. So yeah, I did like that though. It was very nice. I wanted to talk about it because I like the fact that it went over powder really easily. I just put it on like a dense foundation brush. That's how I put cream products on. And I just kind of like tapped it in, and it worked perfectly. Next, I want to talk about these two lip products, and actually I used both of these today, and I want to talk about them. I think they've probably worn off by now. I've eaten since I put it on and stuff, so they've probably worn off. But this is the Buxom White Russian in like the matte. Let me see, let me show you the color. So the matte lipstick, White Russian. Whoop, that did not connect. Okay, there we go. And this is the Almay Goddess Gloss in Cosmic. And these layered so beautifully. I am kind of obsessed with this lip combo, and for me to be obsessed with a lip combo is just like, it says a lot. To like, really, it says a lot. I am the type of person where I love the idea of lip products. I love how lip products look. I am obsessed with sparkly glosses because sparkle, of course. And I have probably more lip products than I have of any other category of makeup, but I use my lip products the least. I am so bad about even remembering to put on lip products most of the time when I do makeup. And it's sad. My lip products get neglected way too much. So for me to say that I'm like basically obsessed with a lip combo, and most of the time when I wear lip products, I go simple and I wear one thing at a time. I layered today mostly for the sake of just trying to get more products used, so I had less to roll over into June. And I'm so happy I did that. I'm going to start experimenting with layering lip products way more often now because I'm in love with this. And hopefully I don't forget about this lip combo in the future, because once I'm done with this project, I will probably go back and wear this combo constantly. Hopefully I can remember that it exists. Out of the 5 eyeshadow palettes I pulled in for this month, I only used 3. So I used the Powerpuff Girls ColourPop, the Alamar Spanglish, and the ColourPop Sweet Talk palettes. And then the 2 I did not use were the BH Cosmetics Wild and Alluring and the Kaleidos Futurism 5. So the way I'm going to be doing the eyeshadow palettes is, I did explain in the initial video that I don't have my eyeshadow palettes pre-assigned to months. I'm basically just going to choose 5 palettes a month and try to use each of those palettes at least once. And I think what I've decided I'm going to do is I am going to roll over any palettes I don't use. I'm going to roll them over into the next month, and I'll just choose more to make up the 5. So I have 2 that I didn't use, those will roll over, and I'll choose 3 more. I think the only time I won't do this is when I'm rolling into a month where I want specific palettes for like the holiday season. So in September, if there were palettes I didn't use, I will still roll them over, but I'm going to pull an additional 5. Instead of just pulling the amount it takes to get to 5 total, I'm going to pull an additional 5 so that I can have in October all the Halloween palettes that I want. Hopefully that makes sense. But because we're just rolling into July, there's no like specific palettes I want to pull for a holiday or anything. Or we're rolling into June, sorry. We're not even at July yet. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to pull 3 more so that we've got 5. Anyway, I have a really big problem with over-explaining things. Not because I don't think people are going, like, not because nobody's going to get it, but because I feel like I'm scared that I'm not explaining things well enough. and like what I'm saying might be confusing. Like I'm always scared that I'm just not clear enough, so I feel like I end up over explaining everything, and I'm literally sitting here over explaining. I need to shut up. Okay, so I have one eyeliner that I didn't end up using, and I'm gonna roll that over, and it's the ColourPop liquid liner in Ducky, which is just like the bubblegum pink color. And then I have a bunch of lip products. I've got 7 lip products here that did not end up getting used. I'm honestly surprised that it's not more than 7. That's how much I neglect my lip products. But with this project, I've been doing a good job with making sure I use the lip products more than I normally would. So I'm proud of myself. I've got one bullet lipstick, which is the KVD Solo, which is like a metallic orange, which actually might be good going into the summer. I don't know. And then, let's see, I've got this Milani lip cream. So it's like a liquid lip in the shade Adorable. The Wet n Wild Alice in Wonderland lip gloss in We Sing 2. Show you that way. Just like a pinky nude. This is the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers in Pink Pearl. You can probably hear them mowing the lawn. This is the ColourPop Fresh Kiss Lip Cream in Calming Circle. Hopefully that's focusing. Oh my god, can't even speak. I have the LA Girl holographic gloss topper, and these don't have names, so this is just the yellow gloss topper. And then I have the ColourPop Powerpuff Girls like roller gloss in Blossom. So those are all going to roll over into June. I'm going to keep them separate from, like maybe in like a little box or something on my vanity. I want to keep them separate from the ones that I use up in June, because I do kind of want to prioritize these until they're gone. And I think that I want to experiment more with layering my lip products, but I think honestly I need to do that anyway if I have any chance of getting through all my lip glosses. Not my lip glosses, my lip products in general. So that's everything that's rolling over. 7 lip products, an eyeliner, and 2 eyeshadow palettes. Everything else I used at least once, and I have one empty. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very proud. And yeah, so that is the recap of everything that I used in the month of May. I'll be doing a separate video on all of the makeup products that I'll be using in the month of June. Unfortunately, I probably will get even less used in June because I'm already a week and a half into June. I haven't rolled those products over yet. And I'm flying out to see family on July 2nd. So yeah, I'm gonna have to probably end June early, like a few days early, so that I can make the update video, show you guys the products for July. So I may only have like 2.5 weeks worth of use in June. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.